All right, so let's go ahead and apply power to the board. Okay. So just like our first project involving a switch, notice that the LED did not come on initially when we first started. So as I push the button, LED doesn't come on. If I push the second button, LED does not come on. So you might be thinking there's something wrong with my circuit or the circuit here. Well, let me take a second to actually explain. This is hooked up in series. So let me explain to you how a series circuit works. Components, if we go back to our schematic diagram here, if you look at the way that these push buttons are connected, in a series circuit, components are connected one after another. Okay, so you have the resistor, and then right after that comes the push button, and then right after that comes another push button. So the circuit, excuse me, the current has to travel, only has this one path to travel, and if it's either one of these push buttons are open, it's not going to be able to travel through the circuit. So what does that mean? That means we have to have both push buttons pushed at the same time in order for the current to reach this LED. So let's try pushing both buttons down and see what happens. And so when I do that, then I get the LED to light up. Okay. Old school Christmas lights used to be hooked up in series circuit, and the problem with that was when one bulb went out, then they all went out. So what would happen is if you had those 100 light strings of Christmas lights, then if one went out, you would have to go through each light to figure out which one blew before you could figure out which one to replace. Now, the more modern ones now are hooked up in a more like a parallel circuit, which is what we'll go into next. So now that we're done, just again, just to make sure your circuit works, you can see here. Now that we're done with this, we are ready to move on to parallel circuits.